Hello and welcome to this analysis. Now, today's talk, which I have covered, is Life Insurance Corporation of India. LIC was founded in the year 1956, after merging around 245 small private insurance companies. It's the India's largest insurance provider with a market share of 62%. It is ranked 10th globally in terms of assets held by any insurance company. In India, it is the largest asset manager for any AUM with a corpus of 40 lakh crores, which is 17% roughly of India's GDP. It holds 4% of equity of the entire market cap of NSE listed stocks and has more bonds held than the Reserve Bank of India. It is also the largest. It has also the largest distribution channel of insurance agents. The market cap of 6 lakhs 147 crores and a return of equity of 63.4, a poor trailing 12-month peg ratio at -2, and a poor Piotrowski score of 2. The company has been seeing good profit growth in the last 5 years with a CAGR of 73%. However, the stock is trading, at a very high book value of 7.25, with a very poor sales growth of last 5 years of 8%. With gradually all the private insurance company players coming in, also in that case, promoter holding, which is the government of India, is 96.5%. That is huge. FII holding is very, very negligible, 0.515%. Domestic institutions 1.17%, while the public is at 2.18%. Now, let's try to understand what the charts tell us on life insurance. So, starting with the monthly, we can see that from its listing, it was a bad point from in the people who put their money in the IPO in 2022. Stocks saw a good wipeout of capital, coming down to 500 odd, but from there the stock has more than doubled. So what it lost, it's given back to the market quite significantly. But from the month of February 24, we've seen a very sideways scenario for this stock. First in March 24, it did a 50% retracement of its rally from October 23. So quite a sharp to two candle reversal we can see there in the monthly. The monthly support, as I've already marked it out here for you, is at 880. Current monthly resistance coming in at 1050 and then 1075. Let's look at the weekly. Here you can clearly see the kind of sideways scenario the stock has given us from the last couple of months. You can see total sideways. Now, as per Ichimoku, the stock bounced back last week, touching the lows from the Ichimoku cloud support here near 920. Failure to hold this would push it down towards 865, 870, which is important. Remember, if this level is not held, 860, 860 odd on a weekly basis, goes below the cloud, then it could become a bit of a problem issue. Continue if it continues to be, because then the next major support for the stock is after this breakout out here. There's nothing in between to pull it back. Then in that case, till 735 to 675 odd levels, which is the next major. So very crucial on weekly basis for the stock to hold 860. Resistance in the weekly is at this Ichimoku baseline of 1050, and then at 1175 we can see the failure of candles to close above this level of 1185, uh, 2 consecutive weeks. So that's the next major resistance above 1050 for me currently in the stock. Now let's have a look at the daily time frame, which is quite interesting in this case. So I'm going to just of the Ichimoku for a second. You can see out here that the stock, if it fails to hold the level, bounce back above 975 odd, starts needs to start coming above that, because we've seen once here, once back in May. Before that, prior times, all this entire area is quite uh, you know You can see so many times there has been an attempt to break above it, failed, managed to do it once, but then gave it back again. So 990,000 is an area in the daily. Stock needs to start sustaining above it, and then we can look for upside. That is also the Ichimoku baseline level out here. And then we have the next resistance at 1100 to 1160, which is again in line with the weekly and monthly resistance for the stock. Now, if it continues to decline from the current level, then we have one bullish harmonic ABCD pattern at 890 approx, and a bullish harmonic deep crab at 835 in the daily. So a touch reversal would be great. Also, if you notice that the stock gave a false breakout out here uh, in this level, you can see out here in the month of July, it gave a move of 57 bucks up, which is kind of like a false breakout from this zone to this zone out here, right? And then it did a pullback. Now, keeping that factor in mind, that a false breakout could get complemented by a false breakdown. Now, it's not mandatory, but it can happen, and we should not rule out the possibility of it coming till 800. Yes, that's within the bullish harmonic pattern PRZ, the deep crab. So this is the level where I would be definitely looking at the stock from an interesting point of view if it comes and meets this level, or at least from 890 till 830s. That's where the area where smart money could again look to enter in this stock like that. Else, you need to wait for some momentum strength for the upside for the stock. Now, where can this stock on the upside push its way up to? So let's have a look at the weekly Fibonacci trend extensions. On the upside, a turn could likely take it to 1240, 1300, sustaining above 1300 or 25. Next big target comes in at 1550 odd levels for me in the current scenario, using pure Fibonacci trend extensions in that case. Now, I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock ideas, outlooks like this. A disclaimer: this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This is a video purely based on educational basis on the study of Ichimoku, harmonics, and Fibonacci trend extensions. Kindly do your study properly before taking a decision on trading or investing in the stock, and always respect the support and resistance levels. Until then, happy investing.